Hey, what is up, YouTube? All right, it's Rich. I'm back. Oh man, what a bummer. So I recorded two videos today, and I had my OBS set for a different screen resolution than the monitor that I'm recording on. I'm recording this on my big monitor, so I have to shoot him again. But I figured what I would do is there were four issues in a row that had guest writers, and the one that I was spacing on was Alan Moore did the first one, issue 8. So I figured, you know what, let's just start with issue 8, and we'll sweep through issue 8, 9, 10, and 11 on this video, and this will be formatted correctly. And yeah, let's do it. All right, so Spawn number 8. I have very fond memories of picking up this book. I always liked the cover, and just I thought it was a really cool issue. I don't know why, but I just remember looking at it a lot back in the day. So yeah, Alan Moore story, Todd McFarlane art, colors are by Steve Oliff and Ruben Rude, and the letters are Tom Orzechowski. All right, let's go. One really memorable thing that Todd does. Actually, I'm really glad that we're doing this issue. This was the stuff I had mentioned in the other video that I thought was in the issue 9 issue, and it was this green bubbly sort of cauldron sort of vibe thing going on, and this is it right here. This is what I remembered, and this is so weird. But yeah, Todd is great at this kind of stuff. So all right, this is fun. And yeah, we're gonna do Spawn 100 after this. This will be, oh man, dude, this is so sick. This is it. This is what I remembered. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I was thinking some of this was in the Angela issue, and I was like, man, I remember, like, this blew me away. I don't need to ask myself then why I would always go back and look at this issue, because this is the shizzle me bizzle. Yeah, yep. Todd, you did good. This is so awesome. And I was just told in the comments section of my YouTube video that I uploaded that I'll probably leave it up. But yeah, the Spawn Vault Edition comes out in 2 days, so I will be buying that too, and we will check that out. I'm excited. That will be really cool. So yep. This guy is awesome. This thing, whatever you want to call it, like his cloak with the dead animal carcass over his head, is just fantastic. It's really good. Really cool. Man, this is so cool. The fact that he was penciling and inking this stuff is really impressive. That is a lot of work. I remember this. People get a little crazy looking sometimes, but it's just one of those things. It's the way that Todd draws, and it fits in his world and his style. This character is really cool. And this was a long time ago, man. Is it like 27 years ago? Is that right? Something like that. That's crazy. It's a really nice drawing. It's a very solid head. This is too. This is a tricky shot to draw. Things can get real weird real fast doing an upshot like this, and he nails it. But again, this is what I'm talking about. Todd draws in an unorthodox style, but if you think you're a badass, try to draw a shot like this and see how solid your head is, because you're gonna need to draw pretty well to be able to pull it off. That's really good. Love this look. Love it. Oh man, that's cool. Wow, the eyes on that are creepy. This is good too. I like that a lot. Oh man, that's wild. It's interesting too, because one real clever thing that Todd did was I don't remember if it was the 50th anniversary of Elvis's death, but one of the early, like, kind of collectible McFarlane figures, he did an Elvis anniversary thing, and I was like, man, dude is on point. He's paying attention to stuff that's coming up, and it's like you know, pre-assuming that, hey, you know what would sell really good this year, 2 years from now, is an Elvis action figure or whatever it was. Well, it wasn't an action figure. It was kind of like a Barbie doll kind of thing, I think. But yeah, I remember going, dude, he's paying attention. Smart. These are great. I love this stuff. This is a nice pose too. Really, really solid. I like the way the arm gets real thin right there. It's like a little distorted, and this is good. Yeah, it's creepy. Oh man. And one thing that you'll notice if you look at the level of detail on these, which is quite detailed, man, when we get to Spawn 100 and Capullo is penciling it and Danny, Mickey, and Todd are inking it, man, it just goes off the charts. I just shot that video and we have to reshoot it again because I had my the OBS was set to the wrong settings, so I'm gonna have to redo that video too. I should have checked it. I don't know why I didn't, but I wasn't in a rush to get these up, and then now it's costing me. This is great. The colors are interesting on this. It's quite colorful, but I kind of like it in a weird way. It's got a very, I don't even know, like almost Saturday morning cartoon kind of vibe or something going on. That's cool. Wow, that's wild. I like this color on things. Again, very, very three-dimensional. Super cool. Oh, I'm so bummed I have to do these other videos again. That's really cool. I remember well, there was like ads that he would do this sort of weird version of Spawn. Again, three-dimensional form. Bunk, 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 bunk. Can learn a lot from these Spawn issues, honestly. And oh wow. Really nice hand. Yeah, it's cool. Okay, so that went fast. Man, that was really cool. Very organic. You could tell he probably just had like the blue pencil sort of roughed in and then just went to town on this. And then we got Neil Gaiman and Todd with Angela. Really nice cover. The chainmail is fantastically done. I had mentioned that I like the position of the sword. The belt has got nice detailing. This is great. The Spawn buttons or whatever you want to call it, like on this weapon, are just killer. This is awesome. And then all the debris of I'm guessing this is medieval Spawn down here. I could be wrong, but yeah, it's a really, really nice cover. That's the team. Here we go. Cape is cool. This is nice. He's good with Forrest. Like I like this. Like it's just, this is like looks unique and not too generic. This is nice. And then these little things. It's like he's got a variety of leaf texture going on, and then the scroll thing that he uses is nice because it's real three-dimensional looking. And he arrives with a very stylish horse, but very Todd McFarlane. Look at that hair. That's classic Todd. Swirly hair. Chains. This is cool attention to detail on the shield, the like wraps to sort of keep the shield together. This is a really, really nice panel, actually. I love this. He's really good with fabric and like floating cloth. This is cool. It's always kind of wrapping and folding over itself. This is a really cool panel. He simplifies it. This is nice. Yeah, this is cool too. Todd would, well, I mean, this is Neil Gaiman writing this, but Todd would actually get quite wordy on Spawn issues too. You'd turn the page and it wasn't uncommon to see just, you know, text like just everywhere, and you're like, whoa, I'm gonna be here for a while. This is nice. Really like this panel a lot. This is really, really cool. This is nice. Way to mix it up too. This is a really cool shot. Big shot of Angela. Again, I would recommend, if you can pick up a copy of this comic, to just do it that way, or grab a trade of it. It will look better and it prints better on like real paper. This is a little of a dark sort of transfer. This was always interesting, mysterious when you didn't know what was going on. This is cool, kind of Frank Miller-ish right here. It's really, really nice. Speaking of Frank, I think he didn't do the next one. Sim is next, and then Frank Miller. This is a great, great panel. This is nice too. And then classic Todd with the like bubbly smoke, and again, always action reaction, action reaction. He moves it right through. It's really good. This is cool. The little touch of the thing folded over. It's Mary Jane. Just kidding. Nope, that's actually cool too. Oh yeah, an allusion to the next book. I really do find it interesting that he knew that this was coming in the next issue. He must have seen the scripts, or maybe it was like something that he recommended. I don't know how it all came about, but it would be an interesting story to hear of what goes on in issue 10, because it's a pretty poignant commentary on things. This is nice. Pretty detailed panel, actually. That's cool. Mr. Simmons. Oh yeah, I was saying that that old man with the hat, he reminds me of like one of those old like Robert Crumb drawings, kind of. This guy. It's kind of got like a 70s like underground comic sort of vibe to him. Oh yeah, this is nice spread. But I'm telling you, when you see Spawn 100 and you see the level of detail that this stuff ultimately got to, this was like a precursor to it, but it really, really gets like far more insane. There's Felix the cat. He hides him in the comic. I had commented on that in the other episode, which again I will leave up. Really nice hands. He's really good with these type of hands. Like he really sells it. This is nice. This is all that stuff is really, really cool. This is a great shot, actually. Really, really powerful and impactful. And he, they were exploring this style of storytelling, and it evolved through these attempts at things blasting out of the panel in different ways and different things that Todd tried. I mean, it definitely been touched on before. I'm not saying that he was the first one to break panels, to be clear, but just some of the stuff that Todd did in Spawn set it up for later in Spawn, more specifically. Okay, let's do the Cerebus issue. Here we go. So, Dave Sim, famous for Cerebus, both Canadian creators, and this is a good one. As I said in the last video, handsome Spawn. Little family portrait. No. This is cool. Boom, 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 boom. This is really, really clean. Clean lines. Man, this is right to the point. This is very graphic too. It's pretty simple and straightforward. That's really good. That's really, really nice. This is too, actually. Yeah. Yeah. This is, man, when you first saw this in the comic, you were just like, whoa, no way. It was so wild. This is a 2-page spread. I'll hit the other one in a second. But yeah, this was pretty impactful because of you had these guys that had left Marvel mainly, but yeah, seeing all the Marvel and DC superheroes sort of behind bars, like in prison, and just the idea of that was like crazy. But they went there. I need to reread these. It's been a long time, but I didn't have time to do it going into these videos. This is awesome. This is a really nice spread. The way that he details this stuff is really, really cool. It's got like almost like a little bit of like a cell animation vibe with the knockout here on the line art, and then these ones being kind of more in the foreground, but works really well. Looks good. I like the cash for her dress and like the money just all peeling off and stuff like that. It's very Frank Miller. And then we go into the Cerebus world with the black and white. It's really fun actually seeing Todd do this, honestly. Like I could definitely have seen a few more issues with Cerebus and Spawn. Would have been really cool. I had mentioned I wouldn't mind seeing Todd draw Superman too. I think that would have been kind of cool. Like, it's an unusual character for him, but I think at the time it could have been kind of interesting. They did the Spawn Batman crossover, I think. Am I tripping? I'm pretty sure that they did that. Oh, it's Felix the cat again. Okay, and then we'll do this next one. And definitely, I mean, you could at least check out the audio for the one that I uploaded before this. Oops. Sorry. But yeah, it's like some of my better commentary is on that first video, but unfortunately, like I said, it's going to be out of frame. Parts of it sucks. But there was no way that I could edit and do like another video and use that audio. It would have been way too hard. Yeah, he's got a few go-to hands that he does really, really well. That's one of them. That guy's cowboy boot, I don't know why it just cracks me up. This is nice. That's cool. But yeah, you can see how like this printed a little bit muddy and it's quite pixelated. So I'd recommend checking out the comic book because it probably printed better. So pretty rough digital transfers. Bam. Again, I don't know if it was at the end of this book, but when Todd does him just standing upright, there's a way that he draws it that's very specific to Todd. Like this in particular, it's like it always feels a little off balance, and like this leg isn't touching the ground. Like this leg is almost too long, and this one's a little short, something like that. But there's a weird thing, but he does it consistently though. It's on those standing figures, you generally see that. This is really nice. Really great piece, actually. So many great angles and like the position of the gun and the position of the figure, and it's just really great. This is awesome. Oh, I love that. That is so good. Oh, there's a down shot coming up on one. I think it's a 2-page spread. It's really good. This guy's crazy. I'm trying to remember, did he ever do a toy of that guy? It would be pretty funny. Yeah, this shot right here is right out of, like, man, that just looks so kick-ass. It's just very drawn, was how I described it before. As it just feels like, man, he roughed that in and then just went with a pen and just was like boom. This is great too. The whole thing, it's a great spread. Bullets flying in the air, all kinds of fun angles. It's always good. Some nice storytelling here with sort of like the similar panel size. Moves you through quick. Yeah, this is really good. Look at that. Man, that is there was a fight. Yeah, so again, I apologize that the first video was messed up. I had no idea because I had been watching other stuff at night on my other monitor, and I was recording some of it using the OBS, and I just never switched it back. So, all right, cool. Well, stay tuned. I'm going to be doing a Spawn 100 in just a little bit, and yeah, thank you, and make sure to check out the description box for links to lots of Todd McFarlane goodies. All right, talk to you later. Bye.